I had no idea where I was going. All I know is that I had an idea, but no way to execute. And I got help from my aunt, who was into business development, focusing on SMEs.
Okay.
I had help from a very good friend of mine, Namati.
Hello everyone and welcome to Uninterrupted with me, David Mbeha. We are back at our podcast house. This is Quisab House right here in Arrows, and I think this space offers the most tranquil working space for those who are looking for, working space or just to experience a home away from home within the city. I'm going to leave their details below, so do make sure that you get in touch to experience home away from home right here in Windhoek. I am sitting down with digital content creator, founder of Wellem Cosmetics, Wellem Kapenda. Welcome to Uninterrupted with David Mbeha.
Thank you, David. Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Yes, this is actually a 360 moment for me because I've spoken on Instagram, I think everybody that I get a chance to speak to, about how crazy I am with your beard oil. And I've been using it for 2 years now, and I am obsessed with it, and it was very important for me to have you on this podcast. I think to just touch base, I want to understand, when you are on social media or in person, what has the reflection been about the product?
The product. When you mean reflection, you mean how the people
feedback,
are taking
yeah.
it? Well, obviously everyone is entitled to their own opinions, but I do try to focus on the positive ones without neglecting the negative, of course, because I feel like in constructive criticism there's always means of improvement there.
Yes.
We're doing quite well. It's received great feedback. What else can I say?
Yes, I mean, for somebody who is quite young as you are, you're obviously an
young.
Of course.
What is young?
I mean, you are not just far after 30, right? Am I right? Oh, come on.
I'm reaching 30.
You're reaching 30.
Yeah,
You're turning 30 this year?
I am.
I am turning 30 this year.
Really?
Well. Yes.
When's your birthday?
My birthday is in April.
Oh, okay, mine's in June.
Yes.
June 7th.
June 7th.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was having lunch with my sister and she said, how do you feel that you're going to be 30? And I said, I'm not turning 30. And for a while there I thought, I am going to be the 30-year-old grown man that I used to watch. And I don't know how that sounds, but how have you been taking it in terms of not that we should concentrate on age, but what does it mean for you?
I really don't know, hey? And they say that, also for my friends that are 30 and above, they say that when you reach that age, you know the feeling. It's not something that you can really describe or speak on because you don't know till you get there.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just going to take that and lay back and relax. Plus, I think that we make the age 30 to be this whole woo age.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's just wait and see what 30 has to offer, I guess.
Yes, and I think for me, what I'm noticing as the years have gone by is that I've become more of myself. So I think at 30, and the 20s for me were oh, this is exciting. And then the mid-30s were oh, okay, what are we doing? Where are we going? And I feel as I'm coming into my 30s, I feel like I am more accepting of myself, more accepting of my flaws, but also just becoming your own. So that's what I really feel I would look forward to more in my 30s. But back to Wellem Cosmetics.
Cosmetics, yeah, I think we went off topic there.
You started it, I mean, of course, you're going to be turning 30 and you already have your own product, which is doing very well on the market. Mm-hmm. What led to you starting your own product? I'm sure there were products that you were using before then.
Yeah.
But what brought about the need to start your own cosmetic line?
Okay. When I first entered the industry, I came in as what we call it now, influencer. Back then, I would reach out to brands, or they'd reach out to me, and they would be like, "No, we have this product, would you like to try it? We see you have a significant amount of followers on Instagram and would really like to get our brand out there in our terms of marketing and brand awareness and da-da-da-da. I met a very good couple, Bobby and Loide. They're the owners of Crystal Essentials. So they were thinking of introducing a male product because they're mostly in the female side. And we concluded to coming up with Wellem Beard Oil by Crystal Essentials. That's how my interest in skincare started. It started with them. And when COVID came, tough times for everybody, no one really knows what the direction they were headed and where they were with the world and stuff and whatnot. And we unfortunately had to part ways. After that, I was like, okay, I'm now known as this skin enthusiast. People rely on me on skin advice and all that stuff. Not that I am a dermatologist or anything. It's just they rely on my opinion, or they would come for me for opinions on what to use. So I took the opportunity and I was like, you know what? Let me start my own skincare line.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be very strategic with it because most people knew me as Tata Beard Oil, or they'll make fun of me. By the way, they'll be like, oh, Tata Winya, way I'm busy, Tata Beard Oil and stuff. So I took that name and it's now my name on TikTok.
Yes.
So I launched a beard conditioner. I started with a beard conditioner because they'd already known me for a beard oil. So I was like, okay, let me introduce this one first and see how it goes. And then if the feedback is positive, then I can now go into depth of what I can offer in terms of now male grooming. And that's when I started with the beard oil. So each year of the business anniversary, I try to introduce something new. So we started in, I think we're turning 4 years now. Oh wow, 4 years. The first year we introduced the beard conditioner. Second year we introduced now the beard oil, which is our fan favorite. Is it fan favorite or customer favorite? It's the favorite one, the best product we have to offer. And the previous year we launched sort of like a carry-on. We call it the Eco Travel Bag, where to carry your cosmetics. And this year we're launching another product, which is a face mask for women. Okay, so you are now fully into business, but I read somewhere where you said that you watched your father was an inspiration for a lot of your business acumen and what you do. Just talk to us a little bit, as you're growing up, what kind of father was he? Well, my late dad, may his soul rest in peace, was a manager at some insurance company. And I think I was grade 4 at the time, grade 4 or 5. And he quit his job. My mom was devastated. She was upset. I know there were like some issues regarding okay, how are you going to feed your family, sir? You're leaving a high-end paying job to do what? And he became a serial entrepreneur. That's what they call it. He started with auctioning. He was an auctioneer. He was a farmer. He was into the mechanic space, and also, what is this? He would take in second-hand items, fix them, and resell them. That's the kind of man he was. He was always doing something, and I never understood. This man is always busy, and now I'm here and I'm complaining. You are always busy, and my siblings like to say you are just like a spitting image of your father. You never have time for anyone. You're always doing something. You're always thinking of something and stuff. The kind of man he was, as busy as he was, he always made time for his family. That's the one thing. That's the thing I got from him, is that to make your family a priority. Be busy, but be busy for them. Don't go out there and do stuff just to benefit you. Do stuff to benefit your family. And I think since his passing, my siblings and I have been closer than ever. My siblings, my mom, and some of my cousins and uncles, we grew a bond based on his passing, so to say, if that makes sense. I think it's just a way to honor his name and legacy, because he was very big on family, very big.
So, as you're growing older, I mean, you said you're starting to see more of your dad in you. What are the moments where you catch yourself saying, I sound exactly like my dad?
When I'm back home, usually during weddings or events, that there are things that I will do that I don't realize that I'm doing, and I'll be like, oh, okay, I see what you guys mean now.
Yes.
So I think it's mostly times when I'm at home.
Yeah.
Because ever since his passing, my brother and I had to step up and be the man of the house, so to say. So there are things that you do that you don't realize that you're doing. And then it just, okay, I see what you mean. Oh, you're acting like your father, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't really say there's anything specific I can think of in the moment, but there are things that you just do, then you get that aha moment.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, this sounds like you obviously were watching your dad as he did most of the stuff, and it's good because now you're able to take over. I am just kind of wondering, like, what do you miss most when you think about your childhood? For example, when I think about my childhood, I obviously grew up in the village, and what I miss is being surrounded by my cousins. I miss listening to the radio, the nostalgia of listening to the radio. And I think just being surrounded by family most of the time. What do you miss most from your childhood?
I think, if I'm being quite honest, I miss the freedom of doing nothing. You're just home. Like, you know someone is taking care of you. You know when it's 8 o'clock you're going to have dinner. When you wake up there's breakfast ready. I miss that. I miss being free to do nothing, if I'm being quite honest. Just being. I miss being a kid. Because now, like, once you graduate from varsity or even high school, the world just starts.
Yeah.
You're on your own. Good luck.
Yeah.
I miss that.
And that's true, and I can actually relate to that because I lost my mom when I was in my first year.
I'm so sorry.
And no, thank you. So when during the last year of my grade 12, I always felt like, oh, I can't wait to leave the house. Oh, I can't wait to never have to do the dishes again. Oh, and then I got to first year and I realized I don't even know how to do my own grocery. To shop for my own grocery and most of the stuff. And that's when I realized that I took what I took for granted when my mom was still around. The fact that you know that you would come home after school and there's already a plate of food, and just everything being taken care of, and just the ability to be, because now if I have to eat, I have to either make sure that I'm cooking or I'm getting takeaway, just taking care of yourself. Yeah. So you are far away from your family, I'm imagining.
Yes and no. I am from the north.
Yes.
I grew up in Ongwediva. I am from a village called Onyelelo, Okaku. That is where most of my family is, my dad's side of the family. My mom's side is Kukwambi.
Okay.
Do you know what that is?
Yes, I do.
Okay. But most of my cousins, like, because the way we grow up, we're like brothers and sisters. There's no cousins and stuff. They're my siblings. They're all here. Most of them are here.
Okay.
Yeah, some are studying abroad. Some are here. Some are still back home. But majority of us are here. So once in every while, we like link up and just be family.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And that's beautiful. Okay, you then go and study digital marketing, right?
No. I first started in high school.
Yes.
I was really good with English.
Okay.
Actually, the only thing I was good at. So when I got accepted into Polytechnic, now NAST, I got in for English major.
Okay.
This was, I think, Bachelor's of Communication. I was in for a week.
Yeah.
Because when my dad found out, he was like, "What is English?" I was like, "No, it's English." Okay, so what once you graduate, where do you go?
Yeah.
I couldn't answer. He told me, "You're either choosing IT or was it engineering?" Because I had good points in grade 12.
Yeah.
So he was like, "You're not going to waste your talents for English." No offense to the English majors or people studying English, but he just felt like that wasn't for me. So he forced me into two courses.
Okay.
And I ended up choosing IT. I majored in informatics, which is business computing. And once I was done, the longest years of my life, I decided to get a job and then slowly got into the marketing space.
Okay.
So I then enrolled for another one in NUST for honors marketing degree, and now I am busy with digital marketing.
Okay. So now you're currently doing digital marketing.
I'm currently doing digital marketing.
Okay, so what made you go for digital marketing? Did you realize that since I'm in this space, I just want to enhance my skills?
I think it was all a process for me. It was slowly getting to me because I do know I loved marketing. Back then, I've been marketing before people even knew what an influencer was a content creator. Names are like things of now.
Yeah.
Like back then, like 10, 13 years ago.
Yeah.
I would market without knowing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
For me, it was just like trying to get food on the table.
Yeah.
You give me a product, I promote it. That's it.
Yeah.
So when I got my first job, I got introduced to this whole field of ideas where I had to choose. Did you want to do digital enablement? Did you want to focus mostly on technology? Did you want to focus on business analysis and stuff and whatnot? And I ended up going for digital marketing, which is like a sub-career, not a sub-career, what am I saying?
Yeah.
It's like a sub of marketing.
All right.
It's a specific field of marketing. And seeing that I am good with now the digital stuff and marketing, why not just combine it and do one? That's why I'm now doing digital marketing.
Yeah. Okay, so when you are looking to work with brands, or be it at Wellem Cosmetics, what are the things that are a must for you? Whether it's employing somebody at Wellem Cosmetics or it's just you working for a specific brand, what do you always look out for?
Okay, let me answer the brand part first. So I forgot to mention that I took a break from influencing work for like 5 years. I only started last year, and personal reasons really. But when I'm looking to work with a brand, it's very important to know who your followers are and what they require from you. So let's say, for example, you're all about lifestyle, you're about education and stuff and whatnot. A brand for tires cannot come and say, no, David, we like your content, please promote this tires for us, we'd like to go into a partnership. That doesn't align with your brand and who you are, right? And that's what I think is very important that content creators should put into consideration. Know your target market, know your niche, and from that you'd be able to pinpoint what campaigns or what partnerships to get into. Because it just doesn't make sense. I like making reference to my sister-in-law, Cheryl Kay. What do you know Cheryl Kay for? Cooking, exactly. Cooking, food. She's giving the housewife fantasy.
Yes.
It won't make sense for me for Cheryl Dean to want to be selling me tires on Instagram. Do you get what I mean? So those are the things you should look out for. In terms of Wellem Cosmetics, I started Wellem Cosmetics from my phone. I had no idea where I was going. All I know is that I had an idea, but no way to execute. And I got help from my aunt, who was into business development, focusing on SMEs. I had help from a very good friend of mine, Namati. She's very good with opinions, and she's one of the few people that knows how to put me back to, how can I say, to humbling me. She was very good at that because, like I said, I can go a long day with ideas that I have, but no idea on how to execute. So she would like just calm me down and help me with that. I had a friend of mine, Justice, as well, to help me with like the logistics part of Wellem Cosmetics, and everything else was just me. And I recently got a social media manager who resigned, by the way, hi Alvardo, because he got greater opportunities in Cape Town. So those are the people that helped me build Wellem Cosmetics. A whole bunch of other people as well, but yeah. Did I answer your question?
Yes, you did. But I'm also thinking, okay, in terms of like the human skills, what is it that you look out for? Like,
yes, that was the question. Sorry. I think passion.
Passion.
Be passionate about what you do. That's basically all I need. There's someone that I know that is very big on being your authentic self. So I think that's very important as well. Be passionate about what you do, but also be yourself while doing it. that is what makes a great leader. That is what makes a great learner. So that's most of the stuff that I look out for.
Yes, and I like that you mentioned authenticity. But I was listening to a podcast, and Jay Shetty was talking about how he was defining authenticity for himself, to say it's showing up as you are, but it's not having to completely reveal yourself to each and everyone. Yes. So how do you define authenticity in your own terms?
I feel like it's just being yourself, unapologetically yourself. That's my definition.
Yeah.
That's how I understand it. Because I mean, if you can't be yourself, where are you going to be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was that an easier space for you to get to? Because I would say at the beginning I said, in my earlier 20s and now going into my 30s, I can see like a huge difference. Is it easier to get to being authentically yourself and showing up as yourself?
I grew up in a very strict household, very by the book. Women cook, women clean, men provide, men maintain. So when it comes to being authentically yourself, I don't even know how to say this. What do you mean you don't play soccer? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you mean you want to study arts and English? So I wouldn't say it was the easiest. I think you get where I'm going with this.
Yes, I do.
It wasn't the easiest, but I also believe it builds character.
Yeah.
It builds character to defend yourself, to stand up for yourself, and to be yourself even more, because you're put on this earth for a reason. And I'm heavy on believing that people are on this earth for a reason. And that is by being authentically yourself.
Yeah.
No matter how you identify. That's my beliefs. So I wouldn't say it was easy.
Yeah.
It's easier now because I'm independent. But back then, when you're growing up with someone else's mindset, it makes it difficult.
Yeah.
But now that you understand who you are and where you're going and what your purpose is, I do believe that it gets easier.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm answering your questions. I'm sorry.
No, you are, and
Okay.
you are explaining it. You are explaining it beautifully, and I love the way that you explained it. To say, you get to a point where you need to start defending who you are and standing up for who you are, because if not, you will always play by somebody else's book.
Exactly.
Because they are giving you a version of what they are accustomed to, and naturally want you to follow.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's important to say, you know what, maybe I do not want to study law. Maybe I no longer see myself, being a lawyer. But you know what I want to do? I want to be in the arts. That's what makes me authentic. So I really do understand where you come from.
Yeah.
And you also spoke a bit about your purpose and people being within their purpose. What has your journey been like in terms of finding your own purpose?
Sure. It's been a journey. Let's just say it's been a journey. You meet people that come and go in your life that help you truly identify the kind of person you are, your beliefs and stuff and whatnot. You meet people that are meant to, I don't want to say hurt, but be distractions in your life. But I believe these are character building moments whereby you really get to be tested by the greater power of what you believe in and where you stand. So to answer it short is, it was a journey, or it is a journey, because this is not where your story ends, right? You still have a 1,000 more chapters to get through. Once I walk out that door, that this will be another chapter closed, if you get what I mean. So it's an ongoing journey.
Okay, that's beautiful. That's really, really beautiful. I'm just wondering, you sound like somebody that has gotten to this place where you are able to be lenient with yourself as well. I am somebody that struggles with that. I'm just kind of wondering, whether it's in business or just in your personal life, how do you find the balance in terms of this is not working out, I'm just going to be zen, or whatever needs to happen will happen eventually. How did you get to a place like that?
Let me just start by saying that whatever you go through in life, there's a reason to it. It doesn't need to have it doesn't need to have purpose or an understanding of why it's happening, but you go through it for a reason.
Yeah.
And it's okay to cry, like you said. But I think the most important thing that we should understand as humans is that we need to learn to give each other grace and give ourselves grace. Because at the end of the day, this is your life, and only you know what journey you want to take and how you're going to take it. So giving yourself grace is very important.
If your father had to be here today, what do you think he would say in terms of like the amount of success that you have heard, or just the kind of person that you have turned out to be?
I know the first thing he's going to tell me is that you're still not wearing a belt. And I think he'd be proud. He'd be proud.
And what are you most proud of?
Me. I think being able to do and being fortunate enough to do what I love doing through anything else that is thrown at me in my life and whatnot. Just being able to wake up in the morning and know that I am happy. That is what I'm mostly proud of.
Yeah.
Being happy.
Yeah. I like that, because I feel like that's where I am in life in terms of like the happiness part. And I know it sounds like a cliche, like, and I've subconsciously made this thing where I know that every day you need to find a way to choose happiness.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a decision that you need to make. You need to decide to be happy and choose the things and the people that bring a lot of the joy and the happiness. It's not something that happens by chance. You need to make a decision, waking up every day and say, today I'm going to be happy. At what point did you come where you realize that I am going to choose to be happy?
I think the day I decided to remove infected thinking was the day I don't want to say was reborn, but my whole mindset of thinking changed. Because, you know, it's very easy to fall into that negative, deep space that nobody ever wants to get to, because it's the safest option. Taking the easiest road to get to where you are is the safest option, which is depression, which has to do with mental illness, which has to do with anything really that just doesn't make you wake up in the morning. Very easy to get into. But then taking that long road with the trials and tribulations and stuff and whatnot, no one wants to go there. And it is understandable why you get people that just put themselves in a bubble and you're not like, you know what? It's fine. Whatever comes, comes.
Yeah.
And wait, what was your question again? Sorry, my head is thinking. It's all over. I'm very sorry.
No. You're actually on the right path. It's consciously choosing to be happy.
Yeah. That is when I decided that I was sorry. I talked too much.
No.
That is when I decided that, you know what? I'm not gonna let anything or anyone get into the way of what I want.
Yeah.
Being happy, removing infected thinking. You wake up, the first thing, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
You're at your job, I hate this job.
Yeah.
Find the good in the bad. That is what makes me happy.
Stop
Finding
complaining.
the good in the bad and stop complaining. You are your number one defeater. The power of the tongue. You're here, I just can't anymore. Oh my God. Whining and stuff doesn't get you anywhere. Yes, you are allowed to whine and complain. But as much as you whine and complain, get back up and go do that work.
Yeah.
When I was in varsity, there was a saying that my friends always used to say to each other. It has a cuss word, so I think, am I allowed to cuss?
Is he allowed to cuss?
Can we beep it? Can we beep it? I'm just going to say it is, smile, bitch, you woke up today.
Okay, that's safe.
Yes.
I don't know.
From my understanding of that statement, it's like be grateful that you woke up to get another chance. Most people don't have that luxury. So, yeah, that's basically it.
No, that's really wonderful. Now, you're Wellem Kapenda. Everyone wants to be in your circle at some point, right? Yes. How, at some point, I mean, were whether anyone that is in a space where they are working towards something or success, it easily attracts a lot of people, right? How are you able to vet the people that are in your circle?
Like I said, people come in your life for a reason. So when you think about vetting people or trying to figure out who the kind of person they are, it's going to exhaust you. Allow those that are brought into your life and just go with the journey. Go with the flow.
They're meant to teach you something.
Yeah, they're meant to teach you something. And my friends know that I'm very big on that. I don't necessarily go out every day looking for friends, but I do know that when people come into your life, they come into your life for a reason.
Yeah. Okay, let's say 20 years from now, or maybe 10 years from now, what would you, or where would you like to see Wellem Cosmetics? First, let's talk about Wellem Cosmetics, and then let's talk about you. Where would you like to see yourself?
With Wellem Cosmetics, I see myself walking to a random shop in London, and I see my brand. That's what I envision for Wellem Cosmetics, because I do believe that Namibians have talent, and there's not many of us that have the luxury or the blessing of being recognized internationally. So that is the goal I've set for myself and my business. I see myself showing Namibia, showing the world, showing my talent as a Namibian to the world. That's where I see Wellem Cosmetics.
Yeah. And where do you see yourself?
On a yacht and just relaxing. I don't mean to whine, but I am tired. I want to just relax.
On a yacht.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I see myself being happy, being happier. I see myself knowing that I get to wake up and I get to do everything that I've prayed for. That's where I see myself.
Yeah. And I just want to say, I think you are going to get there because you are already working so hard.
Thank you.
And also, I think mentally you have positioned yourself in this place where you can achieve the kind of happiness that you, whether it's yearning for or to be happier, I think you can really achieve that because I think your mindset, you've got a very positive mindset.
It starts here.
It starts there.
It starts there.
Yeah, and I just see beautiful things happening for you. And I think I agree that your father would be immensely proud for somebody who's turning 30 to have had the kind of, not only take away the kind of success that you have had, but the development in terms of just like human development that you have had. Yeah.
Just know what you want and how you're going to get there.
Yeah.
And just be.
I'm thinking now, if I had to start a business, I don't have a business yet, but I know you need to be very courageous in order to start one. For somebody who's watching and thinking, I know there's business like at the back of my mind that I need to start, but I don't think I have the courage to do it. What would you say to somebody like that?
Goes back to what I said. You must be passionate about what you're doing. Don't just think of something that can help you generate money and you think, okay, that there it is. Great idea, ABC step. I do want to say that it's okay to have role models. It's okay to have people to look up to.
And to do it scared.
Yes, but you should understand that their success or their plan will not always work for you. And this is a hard truth. You could follow, I hear many people going like, oh no, if I follow Steve Jobs' recommendations or Trump's recommendations or who else, Elton Musk steps, I'll make it. No, you won't. You need to understand what you're doing and how you're going to do it. Yes, it's okay to get a few ideas from here and there, but ideally, your plan or the plan that is set for you will succeed. Don't do something because someone says do this and this and this. Yes, you can get ideas, you can get advice, but follow your gut and just be. Starting a business is not for the weak. I think anyone that is running a business within Namibia knows it's not for the weak. You need to stand up. if you are thrown 10 stones, you must find a way to turn those stones into diamonds. It's not just a ABC succeed type of story. It's a ABC. You go back to your letters, you go back to your numbers. There's always something that will be in your way to bring you down. But what makes a good entrepreneur is knowing what your goal is and how you're going to overcome it.
Yeah.
That's all.
Exactly, and that's really wonderful. Now I feel so inspired to start that business that I know that I've always wanted to, because I think also there's a lot of fear around failing, and business is about picking yourself up again, and trying again, and for most people, they give up at the point where you fail and think, okay, maybe this is not meant for me, maybe this is a sign. But it's also just being persistent and being tenacious in terms of what you want to achieve, and that's really a beautiful thing to have. What would be your last words to somebody who has already started a business and is going through those difficulties?
Know why you started. For someone that's just starting out, start.
Just start.
Start. Whether it's sending that email, doing that sketch, calling that one contact that you know, just start somewhere. But also, if you're thinking of closing your business, things are not going well, look at the facts. If it's really something that you know you can't proceed with, then end it. It came, it go, end it. Start something new. But if you're just whining and infecting your thoughts with, oh no, I'm not good enough, it's not for me and stuff and whatnot, go back to the drawing board, try to understand why you failed, seek help if you need to. Like Namibia has so many organizations that help SMEs. Doesn't even need to be SMEs. Big businesses, small, medium, on how you can get back on your feet. Do your research. Where's the camera?
Right.
Do your research and get back up.
Yeah.
That's my advice.
Okay. And to conclude.
No, we're not concluding.
We're concluding.
Let's do 5 more minutes. I brought you something that I wanted you to see.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. At what point?
We can do that now.
I think we can bring it out. But while
the white box.
Yes.
I just want to show you my new product.
Yes. While he brings the new product, just for somebody that is getting to know you, what do you wish people knew more of when it comes to you?
I'm actually a very funny and enthusiastic person. I know my social media comes off sometimes as stuck up because I feel like my social media is just for business. Like I said, understand your niche and what people want.
Yeah.
But I'm actually a very funny person.
Yeah.
Yeah. My friends say it all the time, but you're actually very funny. But that's all.
Yeah. So do you think you have strategically kept that part of yourself for your inner circle? Because I know there's, especially when you are, be it the entertainment industry, you give a lot of yourself, and there's certain parts that you just want to be like, this one is for the people that are closer to me and, the people that I love.
Yeah, what I put out on social media is very intentional. I try to share as much as I can, but there's some certain things I just believe that they're just not meant to be online.
Yeah.
Not that I'm trying to be stuck up or anything, but it's just, these are things that are just for me or my family to experience.
Okay.
Yeah, not that there's wrong with putting yourself out there on social media.
Yeah.
Like, live your life, do what you want, but that's just my preference.
Okay, but what wouldn't you put on social media?
My relationships. I would never, ever put my relationships on social media. What else? I'd never maybe post in my house. I'd never show where I live. Like simple stuff like that.
Yeah.
Stuff that gets people asking, oh, who is he dating? Where does he work? What does he do? And stuff and whatnot.
Yeah.
Just know that I sell beard oil and that's all.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, the simple things in life are things that I wouldn't post on my social media.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the latest addition to your cosmetic line.
Yes.
Okay, just take us through it.
So, okay, this is a PR box. I just didn't
Can I
have
hold
anywhere.
it?
Yeah, you can. I just didn't know where else to put it. But we're launching a face mask.
Okay.
It's a unisex face mask. It's a face mask for all. And the reason why I did this is because most people know Wellem Cosmetics to be an all-male brand.
Yeah.
So I decided to introduce something that is, I don't want to say ladylike, but something that the ladies would appreciate.
Okay.
You can take out one and see.
This is beautiful. I just want to talk about the boxing.
Thank you. Those are the. There's something in there.
Okay. So there's.
Sorry, it's a bit messy, but.
So the hydrating face mask.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we've got.
That's it.
Let me show it to the camera, actually. Like, this is the hydrating face mask, and then you've got the.
No, it's just one product.
It's just one product.
Yeah.
Similar. I love this.
That's a jade roller. For those that are spiritual, you know like what jade rollers are, but it also has good healing properties for the skin.
Yeah, very zen. Yeah. So I've been talking about concluding for like the longest of time now. Let me show the product. This is the latest edition.
That's just the PR box now. It's not the product itself.
Yeah. I mean, you look like somebody that is, obsessed. Not obsessed. Obsessed, I feel is too much of a word to use, but just in terms of like taking care of yourself. I'm wondering, like, as you were growing up at a younger age, what are the moments where somebody is like...
Child, I was the dirtiest kid on the block.
Yeah.
This just came now, like the whole being cautious about your health, your physical health, your mental health. It comes with time, but growing up as a kid, I haven't hated bathing. That's what my brother says all the time. He always makes fun of me. Whenever we're like in a formal setting, he'll be like, you that didn't want to bath when you were 5 years old, stuff like that. So the passion and the love for skincare and grooming and health, like I said, it's a recent thing, like 20 years ago maybe.
Wow, that's beautiful. Thank you so much, Wellem. It's been such a pleasure getting to know you a little more, and I am just proud, and I think we're gonna be even more proud as you enter your 30s, and you're just gonna soar from here. Thank you so much for being part of this session and for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me. It was really nice to finally talk to you.
Yeah.
I just know you as like client number 4.
Oh yeah, I've been obsessing over there, the beard aura.
Yeah, my guys told me that Mr. David is always asking, when are you stocking up? When are you stocking up?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm obsessed. Thank you so much for a wonderful product that you have developed for us, and I just love it so much, and I'm proud that it's by a Namibian for Namibians.
Thank you.
And soon to be in London.
Oh, I like that. By Namibians, for Namibians.
Yeah. This has been another session of Uninterrupted.